All right, very good evening to everyone, especially to students. Thank you so much for joining this session on a Friday evening. My name is Miss Shiu here. I'm from the main campus library, Penang. All right, today's session will be conducted by my colleague lecturer from the School of Education, Humanities and Social Science, Puan Erna. She's an expert in Mendeley reference management software. She will take you through this session right? Mendeley is not just a reference management software. It is actually just also a reference assistant for you, right? It is very useful to use for you when you are doing your literature search reading, and she will guide you through how to manage all your reading material. All right. Okay. I hope some of you already downloaded the required application. If you have not done so, I think Puan Irma can still guide you through. Puan Irma will guide you through later. All right. Okay. We are expecting a few more students to come in. Never mind, we will just proceed. Puan Irma, I hand over the session to you. All right. We will have a Q&A session later towards the end of it. So if you have any question, you can just put it in the chat box. We will try to response to your this. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Puan Erna, over to you.
All right, in a moment. First off, thank you very much, Ms. Chu Biling, the for introducing me, yeah, and also thank you very much for library department for inviting me for this workshop session together with the students. I really appreciate it, and I feel deeply honored, yeah, to be here with you, especially students, or we so-called as learners, yeah, for this Mendeley workshop. But let's hope that, yeah, today at the end of the workshop we can grab something, yeah, in terms of understanding the application or utilization of the Mendeley software management software, yeah, which is a reference management system, yeah, where it can utilize, it can ease, yeah, our works, our tasks, especially for students, yeah, not only for students but also scholars, yeah, and the academics, yeah, the researchers and so on. But for Mendeley itself, if you're a student and we know how to fully utilize, yeah, in terms of the Mendeley features that we have, then it would be very beneficial for you students, yeah, and especially for those who are in postgraduate studies. You are highly recommended and suggested, yeah, to utilize the Mendeley software. All right. Okay, so here's the outline of today's sharing, but in a moment, give me 1 minute. One minute, yeah. Right. So let's start off the several outlines for today's discussion or support sharing together, right? Billy, can you give me a response whether my voice is clear enough?
Yes, yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So let's start with the introduction, or let's get to know what is Mendeley, yeah, and then we followed by the Mendeley installation, which I believe that majority of you or all of you already downloaded the Mendeley software. Yeah, it's either you download in the desktop version or in a web version, but it is highly recommended for you to use the desktop version. Yeah, and then followed by the organization of the Mendeley itself. Yeah, through building the library and managing our library later on, and the second last part is in terms of reading, annotation, yeah, where we can highlight, put sticker and so on. Like it's like in a PDF, it's like in a PDF format where we can annotate, we can highlight, yeah, in multiple colors and so on. And the last part is the critical part is where we're going to learn in terms of how we're going to cite, yeah, all the works, also called the academic resources, yeah, that we refer to, and how we're going to cite it, yeah, referring or using APA 7th edition, also called as American Psychological Association 7th edition. Yeah, but before we go further, yeah, about getting know, yeah, Mendeley, what is actually Mendeley. But before that, yeah, I would like to know, yeah, but those who are able to open your mind, yeah, please do so. You're very welcome, yeah, students. Who are among you that are in a postgraduate for this semester or this year? Are you postgrad students or undergraduate students? You can reply in the chat or you can open your mic. Is there any one of you? Yuchi, right? Me, okay, Esther. Esther is a postgraduate student.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, that's great,
One
Esther.
moment.
All right, and the rest as well. Yeah, you can give feedbacks. Yeah. All right. So, regardless of the level of your studies or your programs, yeah, it doesn't specify to any in terms of programs or level of studies. Yeah, there is no issue with that. But yeah, to know that you are in postgraduate studies, which is from my experience, it is highly recommended, yeah, to use these such useful tools, yeah, useful management software. Yeah, but however, if you are undergraduate studies, please take this opportunity, yeah, to explore further and deeper, yeah, so that you can use it for your assignment purpose, yeah, in completing your assignment, because you are able to cite it seamlessly, yeah, to cite all the academic resources seamlessly. All right, over here, what is citation itself? All right, because of course you would like to know better in terms of Mendeley is equal to citations. Yeah, I totally understand that. Yeah, but before we go to the last part, yeah, to the final part of a citation, you're following APA 7th format. But let's understand first the little bit of Mendeley organization, yeah, and also read and annotate. Yeah, this is where we're going to play all the features around there in the Mendeley itself. Barulah, then we will learn on how we're going to cite in our Microsoft Word file. All right. So you're very clear about that, yeah, students. So firstly, what is actually Mendeley? Mendeley is a free reference management applications. Yes, is a free, yeah, which this software, this tool can help us. Yeah, if you are scholars, you're students. Yeah, it helps in terms of storing your articles. Yeah, managing all your articles, streamline all the citation workflow, and also you will be able to easily discover and access new research as well, yeah, through this Mendeley software, right? So we are going to cover, yeah, these components or these parts, yeah, in today's session together. All right. So Mendeley's reference management suite. yeah, which is made up of a three integrated applications where there is a Mendeley Reference Manager. The first one is Mendeley Reference Manager. Second is Mendeley Site, and third is Mendeley Web Importer. All right. First is Mendeley Reference Manager. What is that, Ponina? Simple. Okay. It is about the application itself. Right. Try to imagine that you have Instagram. So now the first part is we're going to talk about Instagram. Okay, we're going to talk about the Instagram, how to use the Instagram, how to take photos, how to edit the photos, how to increase the resolution, the lighting, and so on. All right, so it is about the application itself. Meanwhile, how about Mendeley site partner? It's easy. Okay, to understand. Now, the analogy that I gave you just now is for Mendeley Reference Manager, it's about the application, it's about the Instagram. But for Mendeley site, you can regard the site as your photo album in your handphone. You have your photo albums, right? So this Mendeley site is where all the citations, yeah, all the works that you would like to cite later on, yeah, where is it, what kind of files that we're going to use is of course Microsoft Word file, yeah. So again, Mendeley Reference Manager is the application, meanwhile Mendeley site is equal to Microsoft Word file. Simple. All right, meanwhile, how about Mendeley Web Importer? Okay, when but Mendeley Web Importer is where it is additional, yeah, it is additional features, but it's on you, yeah. There is an option whether you would like to add this Mendeley Web Importer or vice versa. But however, these one are critical, okay, are critical and very useful for you. But however, for Mendeley Web Importer, okay, it is recommended as well, but we're going to touch on it as well, yeah, at the end of the session. So Mendeley Web Importer is used for us to add references, yeah, including like a research, full text research, yeah, from for example, from research Google Scholar, for example, research Google Scholar in terms of mental health in Malaysia among adolescents in Malaysia. Of course, there are thousands of papers, thousands of articles will pop up, right? But this Mendeley Web Importer will be parked right on our screen, where the Mendeley Web Importer will read and screen all the articles, yeah, the related articles that we are currently opening it. Yeah, for example, as I said, for example, we search for mental health among adolescents in Malaysia. So there are a total of, for example, 1 until 10 papers first. Okay, for example, yeah. So this Mendeley Web Importer will read that 10 papers automatically. And from there, you think, oh, I really need this paper. Usually what we're going to do is to download, yeah, to drag and to copy from download to our file and keeps and searching for our files that we do not know where do we keep and everything, right? But for Mendeley Web Importer, you don't have to, because you don't have to download. If you like to download, then go ahead, yeah. But if you don't want to download to make it online, you can just simply click all the articles or some of the relevant articles and move it to the Mendeley application. All right, it's either using your, what does it called, the desktop version, or through a web browser. Okay, hope you're very clear about these three. Okay, Mendeley Reference Manager, it's about our Instagram. Mendeley site, it's about our photos. Okay, this is additional features that we are going to explore as well. All right. Now, it is about installations of Mendeley, which I'm expecting that all of you have already downloaded and installed, yeah, the Mendeley. Yep. Like, is there any one of you who haven't installed yet, students? Or all good? If Jika senyap, then I regard it as all of you have already downloaded and installed it successfully. Yeah. But if you do have questions, yeah, and so on, do open your mind. Yeah, I'm okay with that. All right. But let's go through, yeah, in terms of the installation of Mendeley, where first off is to create an account for sure. To create an account means that we need to sign up, yeah, at the website, yeah, which is https www.mendeley.com, where you can just simply Mendeley sign in, Mendeley sign up, simple, okay, and then for your information, this Mendeley is a free to do. Yeah, it's free to do, which only takes a few seconds, like we signing up for an application. Yeah, it's as simple as that, and we'll make sure that you're getting the most out of what Mendeley can offer. Yeah, once you already created the account, yeah, we will download the applications we will be working with today. All right. So now let's assume that uh, we have already created our account, means that we already signed up. Yeah. In a moment. For site and web important, not yet. No worries. No worries. Okay. No worries. Stay tuned. All right. Okay. So install the desktop app. Okay, so install the desktop app. We can download the Mendeley Reference Manager's desktop application. That is the first. Yeah, whether you would like to use desktop or you would like to use your web browser. Yeah, maybe some of you point out, I don't think that my laptop is now lagging already. Then I download the Mendeley, then like some more lagging, some more, and so on. So it's an individual's option. There is no issue with that, but there's no harm to try. Yeah, you can download and try first. Yeah, you can practice and exercise it first if you think that it takes so much space of your computer or laptop, then you can further decide on that. But do not worry, students, because this Mendeley have these two options. Either you can sign in using your desktop ataupun or using your web browser, right? If you in terms of the features, A and B are totally same. A and B are totally same in terms of the features, you know. There is no difference, yeah, between A and B, between the desktop application and also in terms of the web browser version. All right, so to install the desktop app, we need to click the button download. Yeah, for sure. When the download is complete, then the app installer, we need to find the app installer in our download in our laptop. Yeah, in our desktop. Then we can launch the installer, yeah, from the downloads folder. Then if you are using the web version today, if you simply sign up and then you sign in using your web browser, through your web browser, no worries, you can go to library. Okay, there is a library on your right hand side. Yeah, on your right hand side, where in at the upper right corner next to your name. Yeah, once you have already signed in, then you can start to explore over there lah. All right, so next what we need to do is to go to the Microsoft app source. Yeah, choose one. Yeah, choose one. For example, we do have either whether we simply Mendeley site. Yeah, we simply click and search for Mendeley site, then which is located under Mendeley itself. Yeah, Mendeley. Okay, Mendeley site. That where what you need to do is to download it. Okay, download it. Or then from the tools menu in Mendeley Reference Manager in the desktop app. Okay, now because you have already, I assume that you do have the desktop app, yeah. You go to tools, yeah, and then click install Mendeley site for Microsoft Word. Okay, where once you have completed this, then open your Word file, yeah, your Microsoft Word file. Go to the references tab, and then insert menu. Okay, insert menu and insert the add-ins, insert the Mendeley. Okay, once already inserted, under your references tab, on your upper right corner, the Mendeley, okay, the Mendeley logo will pop up over there. Okay, will pop up over there. It means that, okay, Mendeley is now ready to be used. okay, and ready for the next journey. All right, then apart from that is install Mendeley Web Importer. All right, as I said, this an additional features. If you think that this is heavy for you to use, heavy in terms of apart from in terms of the space, this is not the space. This one Web Importer is using the like Google extension. Yeah, Google extension. There is no issue with that. Yeah, with in terms of the spacing. I'm trying to highlight over here is in terms of like grabs like all the features, the concepts today is quite heavy for you, so this one you can put aside first. But let's understand the first two that I mentioned just now in terms of the Instagram and also the photos. All right, but let's take a look of how we're going on how we um, use the extension on how we to install the Mendeley web importer. First is to visit the extension store for your browser, whether you use Chrome or Firefox or anything. Go to the respective browser extension store and search for Mendeley. All right, then you click it, then or yeah, you connect through one of these links. By right, you can just simply simply search for it. Yep. Okay, and next is about the organization. All right, for the installation part, I won't guide practically, because I believe that all of you have already downloaded it. Yeah, but if there is any, then do raise your hands up, or you can open your mic, yeah, so that we can go through it together. All right, now let's start. Excuse me. Let's start the first part of exploring, yeah, the Mendeley features that we have. Yeah, now we're going to explore the Instagram. Okay, we are going to explore Instagram. We are the new user. All right, we are going to talk about the organizations of the Mendeley, yeah, in terms of building and organizing our reference library. Yeah, let's regard. Okay, all of these are all your photos inside your what is it called, your Instagram. So it same goes to these. These are all documents which you can regard it as your research articles, book, and so on. Yeah, which is very subjective. It could be reports, it could be websites, yeah, and it could be proceedings, yeah, conference proceedings, theses, and many more. Yeah, and many more. Right. So this is the features of the Mendeley reference management software, where this Mendeley will help us. It will assist us, yeah, in terms of collect the references, collect the articles, yeah, also called as the documents. We can say documents because documents are subjective, okay, more generic. Okay, collect all the documents, and then we store it and then manage it, yeah, inside the Mendeley, and then we cite, yeah, we cite it, as well as we also can share it. Yeah, it is not only to collect, it is not only to store, yeah, to keep inside the Instagram, yeah, to manage all our photos, yeah, edit our photos in Instagram. No, but then we also can cite means that like we give the caption, for example, in Instagram post, right, and also share it to our friends. Yeah, so it same goes to this. We share the references that we have, we share the documents that we have to the group members that we have, yeah, to those who are who are we connected with. Right, so in this section, in terms of the organization, we will be organizing our library, our photos, yeah, we will be organizing our library, we will be managing and searching our library. We'll be searching for the photos that we have posted for the past 10 years, for example, okay, and also reading and annotating. Yeah, we read, and also how we going to annotate, yeah, annotate tentu kita conteng lah and so on, kan, in our software, in our Mendeley reference manager. All right, first off, let's take a look on the building library first. This is where we are in it already. Okay, First, we will go through the basic layout first, right? This is the basic layout. I'll be going through the from one section to another section. From one section, we go through in terms of the features, concepts first, and then I will be giving you a demonstration, yeah, from one part to another part. All right. So first, we'll go through the basic features or basic layout that we have over here. Yeah, what we can see over here, okay, Mendeley logo, library, your profile account over here, and then, oh, okay, there are features on your left hand side. Yeah, what are these? All references, recently added, recently read, favorites, my publications, trash as well, and then collections as well as groups. And then what are these one? These are the all references, all your photos are being located and being kept over here. All right. And next is, what is this about? Okay, this is where when you click on your respective article or document, it will pop up, it will reflect the all the details, also called as the metadata. Okay, metadata. Okay, we're not going to use the terms or the use the layman term. Okay, all the details lah of your respective article. Okay, by right, this article is from Witlag. Yeah, Witlag. You can see the name Witlag over there. Risk and ambiguity information. Da 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 da. And then you can see the abstract is generated over there as well. There is a DOI. Yeah, the journal, journal volume, journal issue, and so on. Yeah, we'll be going through this in a moment. Yep. Next is access your library anywhere from any browser. Yeah, which means that you can use that which is suitable for you. All right, there is no restriction on that. Always up to date with automatic sync. What does it mean by that? Okay. The scenario of our Instagram and photos just now, right? We do have lots of photos in our phone up till 256 gigabyte in our phones are out of storage already. So we need to purchase another drive, for example. So the drive, of course, it's being through online, right? So the drive is need to always keep syncing from time to time. So it same goes to this software. It will keep sync like in a seconds. Yeah, in a seconds it will sync for you whenever, for example, whenever you collect, yeah, you collect and you drag, you insert or you keep lah, any term lah yang boleh panggil kan, we keep inside or we drag all the documents in our folder. Okay, it will automatically sync. Yeah, it will automatically sync as long as we do have connection, yeah, internet connection. So apart from that, we can also work offline, yeah. But however, we need to understand that our library will be synced next time, yeah, when we are already connected to the internet, right? So make it clear about that, right? Next is about adding references from the computer. There are several ways to add references from a computer. But before that, okay, I would like you to understand better in terms of I would like you to get the rough image, yeah, about you, of course, you do have a lot of documents. Okay, for example, we're talking about this course. Okay, course A, for example, introduction to psychology. Okay, and you do have this one assignment, also called course assignment. Okay, whatever assignments is that, of course, academic literatures are compulsory, are required, and following the APA 7 edition format as well, right? So let's say that you need to prepare your assignment, okay, and you have already downloaded, okay, for example, you already downloaded 10 articles, yeah, 10 articles or 10 documents lah, 10 documents inclusive of articles, a report, government report, some more in terms of books, yeah, you downloaded it. Okay, there are a total of 10 documents. Okay, for example, these are your documents. So the first way, yeah, for you to add the references, all the documents, yeah, in your computer to our Mendeley is by, let's take a look on the video over here. Okay, one more time. Click the articles that you would like to add in your Mendeley and you can simply drag it. Simple. It's very simple, right? Okay, that is the first way. Second way, in a moment. All right. Second, oh, it is not reflected over here. 16, 17. No worries, I will be demonstrating later. Second is not to drag it, but you can do it manually as well. Manually as well. Like you click several articles, or for example, all the 10 articles you would like to keep inside the Mendeley. Not to drag, but you click it and click OK. Yeah, it is like a manual thingy, but why not we use this way, by dragging all the relevant articles, the articles that we would like to sign, and drag it, drag it in our folder, in our Mendeley. All right, now next is about the adding references from our computer, or this one where we can add new from our computer, we can add entry manually. Okay, add from computer is where we have the documents, where you did download all the 10 documents. But have you ever thought that, I experience a counter issue where there are articles that are inaccessible, and also in terms of, for example, website. How can I have, for example, website, or for example, like berita, reports in a website version, right? How can I download, because there is no PDF? Okay, totally understand that. That is where we need to use the add entry manually. It's very easy. Okay, it's very easy. We'll be going through this later on. And then import library. Import library, where if let's say if you're using EndNote, EndNote is like the sibling of Mendeley software, or from BibTeX, then you can use this. But however, for me personally, do focus on using these two, would be more than enough, from using the downloaded files and then drag it in our Mendeley, or we add the documents, and we add the documents manually. All right. Okay, then, okay, this one is where we need to add the references manually, where we can simply use the identifier. Identifier is, okay, first one just now is where we download and drag all the documents, and we drag it in our Mendeley. The second way is to add the documents manually. Okay, let's take a look there. And identifiers is the DOI, and then we insert DOI, we search a click, we click the search, and then it is auto generated for us already, which is very convenient. No worries, I'll be demonstrating it in a moment. Okay, move on to adding references using Mendeley Web Importer. Web Importer, where, as I said, just now, for example, you imagine that this is the Google Scholar, or okay, this is Scopus, or any electronic online databases, or journals, databases, for example. And if you do have this Mendeley Web Importer, which will pop up on your right hand side in your screen, it will help you, to auto generate. It will reflect all the articles in the respective screen, that you are searching at that moment. For example, 1 2 3, and you can see it can be dragged down over here, right? So there are lots of articles where we don't have to click on the website, for example, on the journal databases, or in the Google Scholar. Usually we will download and so on, right? But we can simply click over here, 1 2 3, for example, and then we move it to our library, to our Mendeley. So This is additional feature, yeah, again for this Mendeley. And how we're going to add the references using Mendeley Web Importer, as I said just now. Okay, you click 1, 2, 3, and then add to the respective folder. Simple, and then it will be auto-reflected in your Mendeley. All right, two more. Avoid duplicates. Now, okay, I have lots of duplicates of papers, which sometimes we overlook, right? But how we're going to avoid the duplicates paper? Why you encounter why you experience the duplicates of the documents? Because for example, if you don't have the course assignment that you need to do for introduction to psychology, okay, fine, you don't have like 25 documents, for example, okay, then um tomorrow you go and search and read and download, yeah, additional references, which there are duplicate records or duplicates documents over there, because yeah, sometimes we do not rename it properly, yeah, and a lot of reasons, right? But no issue with that, okay, no issue with that, because we can just simply drag everything inside this folder and we can check, yeah. On your left side there is a, over here it's not reflected, not reflected, yeah, later I will show it to you, the duplicates, where there is a duplicates features over here. Okay, we click duplicate features over here, or and in the list of articles in documents in the Mendeley itself, we can remove one of the duplicate articles or documents, yeah, easy, so that it will not be redundant when we cite it in our Microsoft Word file. Yeah, for example, if we do have two research articles, yeah, in this Mendeley software, whenever we cite in our Microsoft Word, it will become for example, Brandon, okay, Brandon et al 2025, okay, for example. But if we do have duplicate, whenever we cite the Brandon's work, yeah, we cite Brandon's work, Brandon et al 2025, and then we cite Brandon work for introduction, for literature review, and also for conclusion, for example, yeah. But then for literature review, we cite the second paper of Ryan, which is the duplicate version. Then it will pop up in the our Microsoft Word would be Brandon 25B. Meanwhile, the first that we cited would be Brandon 2025A, which means that there are duplications over there. Okay, hope you're very clear about that as of now. And one more slide. It's about the exporting references. All right, exporting references, it's in terms of maybe you would like to collect, yeah, in terms of the details and so on, details of the references or the citations itself, then you can export it, yeah, using BibTeX, yeah, EndNote, Microsoft Word, etc. All right, but as of now, I cannot foresee in terms of the usage of these features for the students context, yeah, for the students context. But however, for those who are preparing or doing papers, full papers, especially in terms of bibliometric papers, cytometric papers, they will be using these features as well. Okay, so if you would like to disregard this, then there's no issue with this, yeah. But this is the features that the Mendeley have. All right, so we have done for the first part of organization, but let me share with you. I have already stopped mine. In a moment, I'll be sharing you the full slide, yeah? Full slide, sorry, full. Give me 1 minute. Mentally. All right. So just now we have already covered in terms of the building and organizing our reference library, right? Okay. Now let's go through together what we have in the in the Mendeley software itself. Okay, start with add references. What is this about? This is where we can import files, import folders, library, okay, add reference manually and so on. But let's take a look to get the rough image. We have the features over here, which we can call this as filters, yeah, because why I say so, because this one is all references. We can see all references from the 5-10 years, yeah. There is a total of almost 2,000 papers, yeah, and a recently added paper is if I'm not mistaken, for the past 30 days or 21 days, yeah, only. Okay, these are the papers. And then recently read, favorites, those papers that we create as favorite. Yeah, favorite can indicate anything lah for you. Maybe favorites mean that you want to read. Favorites means that in terms of haven't finished read yet or haven't analyzed it and so on. And then these are the, if you do have publications, yeah, it will be located over here, which is auto generated from the Scopus, only Scopus, yeah, from Scopus only. I mean Scopus and above. And then unsorted. Unsorted means that these are the articles that are not being kept in the respective folder. Okay, what does it mean by that? These are all the photos, right? Okay, kita ada photos hari raya, kita ada photos, okay, sorry, kita ada photos go holiday, and so on. All right, which this is the folder hari raya, this is the folder we go for holiday. All right, but then there are also photos that we do not keep in the respective folder, yeah, because that is just a random photos and so on. So this is where all the unsorted one can be found over here. But however, all of the unsorted or the sorted documents are also located under all references. That is why I mentioned these can act as the, what is it called, act as the filters. Then apart from that, the duplicates, yeah, duplicates, where for example, you see there are a total of 62 duplicates that I have, you see. Okay, for example, duplicates, in a moment, okay, duplicates of alabri. So it is way better for me to remove it, yeah, to move reference to trash. Maksudnya kita buang inside the dustbin already, so we're not going to use this. Okay, by right, which one I'm going to remove is, if you take a look roughly over here. Okay, if you take a look roughly over here, I'll be removing this instead of this. Because of why? Oh, for this library, the one that I keep inside the folder, there is a PDF. Meanwhile, this is no PDF. Then I can move reference to trash. I buang dia. Okay, simple. So there would be no duplications or redundancy, overlapping of citations later on. Excuse me. And then this is the trash, yeah. Excuse me. And it's like an iPhone, yeah, where it will take some time, if I'm not mistaken, like 30 days, yeah, for it to be automatically deleted, yeah, where if you would like to delete, then go ahead and delete it. All right, then apart from that is we do have this. We do have these collections where, as I said, we do have the folder of Hari Raya, the folder of we going to a holiday and so on. So let's see all the photos or all the documents inside our folder. Okay, these are the articles, yeah, for my respective research for this. By right, this is for my postgraduate study, yeah. And then meanwhile, these are for my course materials and everything, yeah. So it seems to you students, yeah, for those who are postgrad students, maybe you do have you are currently in your master's degree or PhD degree. Maybe you write up as PhD, for example, right? And then for information, you can add another sub collection, which is very very good, very helpful for you. For example, chapter 1, insert, yeah, chapter 2, which is, oops, sorry, new sub-collection, chapter 2, and da 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 da. So for chapter 1, for example, research methodology, then you can just simply drag everything, okay? Drag, for example, these are the papers for research methodology, right? Where is PhD just now? PPP, okay, this is a for not methodology, for problem statement or introduction of your thesis. You can simply drag it, and let's take a look under PhD collection and under chapter 1. Okay, there are 3 documents over here have been reflected. Easy, right? Simple. And then apart from that, we do have groups where we can create group. Yeah, for example, we do collaborate, yeah, doing research, conducting research together, yeah, in terms of how we're going to streamline all the references and everything. We can streamline it together over here, okay? But later on we will be exploring this, yeah. But okay, go back to this for importing files, yeah. For importing files, for example, so yeah, mm, don't need dah, download saja. Okay, for example, this one means we import the file manually. Okay, means we import the file manually. There you go. It's a manual file. Simple, right? But however, this is not a research article, so that's why it is not reflected properly over here. Yeah, by right, if we import, yeah, the correct article, it will automatically generated like this. Then apart from that, we can simply drag it, yeah, drag all the documents inside the folder, which is very easy. Yep. And apart from that is in terms of the sync, yeah, in terms of the sync in a moment, because it is the Zoom features are actually covering me. All right. Okay, apart from that is in terms of, oh, okay, add references, um, add references manually. This is where, like, for example, I believe that some of you have experienced previously in terms of unable to find the full paper, yeah, or maybe sometimes you are more comfortable not to download the papers, not to download the documents, but you want to make it online. There's no issue with that. Okay, you can simply, okay, I think I need to stop share. Let me share with you full screen, will be very helpful. Full screen. Yep. Okay, cool. Google Chrome. Okay, for example, we go to Google Scholar. Okay, we do have, oops, it's not suitable. Be well-being, we search for our respective references, yeah. Then well-being, impact. Let's take a look on this paper first. Is there any, by right, a good paper, there must have a DOI, yeah? DOI, where's the DOI for this paper? This is not the DOI. Oops. Let me open this one. This is the DOI. Okay. Back to our, oh, where's my Mendeley? Paste it. Oh, it is not, you cannot copy that one. Copy the DOI and paste it over here. by right it must be auto generated. Okay, all the details also called as the metadata. You see the impact of subjective well-being, da 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 da, and add entry. Okay, now let's take a look in the count of 3, 2, 1, add entry. What is pop up over here? Martin, okay, the year, the title, the source means in terms of the journal article, yeah, and added below, when it was being added, and the file. Okay, these features means that there is a downloaded file, which means that there is PDF, yeah, where we can read and annotate over here. Meanwhile, if there is none, it means that we do not have the PDF file. Okay, and you can see I can say like 50-50 of my case, where sometimes I download the file, sometimes I do not download the files. Yeah, so it's solely depending on your convenience. Yeah, and let's take a look on others. Oh yeah, DOI serve as a reference manually. You might ask me, Paul, what is actually DOI? DOI stands for simple. You do have your identification card. So articles also, they do have their own identification card as well. Okay, but how about Parina, how about reports? Okay, DOI usually only for for articles, yeah. But for example, like News Straits Times, yeah, in the website. Okay, for sure there is no DOI. So if that's the case, you need to insert manually. For example, reference time, you go to web page, yeah, web page, and then what is the title? For example, let's give an example for you. Okay, mental health news Straits Times. All right. For example, this is the one that we would like to cite. Copy the topic. Copy the topic, title. Okay. We find the author's name. Close. Author's name bernama. Sometimes there is an author over here. If there's none, then you can, yes, you can write over here bernama. Then publication is from New Straits Times. Below, for example, is 2025. Yeah, and at entry, there you go. Done. Settle, right? If you want to add URLs, you go back, copy this one, paste it in the metadata. Done. Oops, done. Okay, from here you can click the URL, it pop up over here in our Google Chrome already. All right. Okay, we have done for this part. Let's move on to the managing of our library. Yeah, give me 1 minute. I have to reshare our slides. Okay, managing our library, it means that we manage our photos. Now we're going to manage our photos. How we're going to do is, all right, firstly, okay, these are the features. By right, we already covered the features just now, where we do have we take a look, yeah, we go through together again. These so-called as the filters that we have recently added, recently read, yeah, favorites, which is the star, my publications, trash, and also duplicates filter also do have over here, yeah. And you can also use, yeah, these column headings to sort your references as well, yeah, by author, yeah, by year, by title. For example, by author means that in alphabetical order, whether A to Z or Z to A. And then year, increasing ataupun decreasing. And then title, of course, in terms of A to Z, Z to A. Yeah, and the rest as well. Okay, next is custom collections. Yeah, I've already shown you just now for the PhD folder. Yeah, for the main folder, you write up in terms of PhD. And then new sub collection, which is very helpful for you because you do not want like all papers, like for example, like 300 documents for your PhD thesis in one main folder. Okay, you want to park in different sub collections, right? For sure. So it's chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can segregate each and every single articles on the respective folder. Okay, move on to the metadata. Okay, metadata where whenever you click on the respective article or so-called document, all the informations will pop up on your right hand side. Yeah, where if let's say if this is a journal article, it will pop up journal article over here with the title, yeah, with the abstract, with the PDF if there's any lah, if we download the PDF, and then the journal's volume, the journal's issue, year, yeah, author's name, and so on. Then apart from that is, okay, for the metadata, we can edit, yeah, from time to time. There is no restriction for that. We'll go through in terms of metadata in a moment. Then using the action panel that we have, yeah, in terms of organize, mark as, export, and even delete, means that we move for all the photos or all the documents to inside the dustbin. Adding references to groups and collections. Adding, okay, let's take a look on this short, sweet, simple video. Adding references. Simply drag it. Simple, right? As I've shown to you just now. Okay, collections is your folder. Groups is where you collaborate with others. Okay. Move on to the multiple references to a collection. Okay, multiple references to a collection, it means that you can click multiple documents, and then you can simply drag it to the respective collections. Oh, okay, this one is where you use the other features on the bottom side, yeah, on the bottom part where you click where you click to the respective folder. Okay, then search your library. Okay, for search library, there is a filter button over there where you can search in terms of, for example, oh, I forgot already in terms of my sample size reference. Okay, but you know the keyword is sample size, G Morgan or G Power, for example. Yeah, so over there when you search for it, then it will filter for you. Then apart from that, there is another, this one is for search, but for filters there is additional features that we have in terms of tagging and so on. Okay, we'll take a look at one more slides here, and selecting text to refine or search. Okay, text means that, for example, for a document, say for a document we tag one document as as important, for example. Okay, important, and then whenever we would like to filter over here, it filter, and then we search for, we click the filter, and then go to the the tag, yeah, the tag where we tag it to important, then all the important papers that we tag will be reflected over here. Okay, and done for this. Let me end the show. Okay, I'm sharing my full screen now. Sharing. Okay, just now what did we touch is, okay, the smart collections, where we already understood about this. Then it is about the metadata. Okay, let's take a look on one folder. Okay, for example, one folder, biblio ODL. Okay, one folder, we open this Azia tool. We open the Azia tool paper. We click over here, then all the metadata will be pop up over here. Easy, right? The metadata will pop up here. Or other words is in terms of the details of the respective document. Right, you can see over here. Ponina, just now I saw journal article, but over here why conference proceedings? Because first, Mendeley can automatically detect, yeah, the documents, but however, excuse me, but however, we must take full responsibility, or right after we cited everything, we must check in terms of, oh, okay, this paper is a conference proceeding, or if let's say this is not a conference proceeding paper, then you can simply click to journal article, and what the details and the details required, then you include. For example, the issue is 2, the volume is a 5, and then if you want to add URLs, go ahead, no issue with that. Okay, then that is for metadata. This is the PDF that you can click and it will be popping out there, easy. And next is about the tagging. All right, the tagging is where, for example, we tag this paper into, we talk about, for example, regardless of the in a moment, let me offers. Okay, we tag this paper into job stress, for example. Okay, because this paper is about job stress, I really need to know that this paper is really parked this under this keyword. Okay, job stress. Okay, so whenever you would like to search, we go to the filters, go to the text, and click job stress. There you go. This is the paper that we would like to find just now. The impact of da 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 da. Okay. Then apart from that is in terms of the search features that we have. Okay. In terms of the chat features, sorry, in terms of the search features that we have, just now, authors A to B, year from 1369, you know, up till berapa ni, okay, and then title A B C D, or alphabetical order, the source, yeah, in terms of the date uploaded, yeah, and then search in references. For example, we would like to search a smart PLS. Do we have any over here? Something like this. It will, in terms of the what is it called, the abstract, the keywords, yeah, it will be pop up over here. And apart from that is in terms of the filters of the authors. Yeah, for example, we would like to find the author's name Nurul Muna, because for example Nurul Muna is the key player, okay, for the respective field, for example. So this is the Nurul Muna's work that we would like to find, and there you go. Easy, right? Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, then move on to, okay, text done. And yeah, let me stop share. And now I'm going back to our slide. Now this is the time for us to learn how to read and annotate. Sharing now. Read and annotate. Now try to regard, yeah, try to think of Adobe Acrobat and a PDF file. Yeah, it's as simple as that. You see over here where this is the article that you have already downloaded and you keep inside your respective folder. When you double click, then it will pop up for you. Okay, it will pop up for you, and there is a title di bahagian atas, and this is the respective article where you can read the document. Not only that, you can also highlight and annotate that. Yeah, highlight as simple as like you highlight your PDF file. Yeah, in Mendeley also all the PDF can be highlighted, and it really helps you in terms of a lot of tasks as well. Yeah, and apart from that is in terms of a sticky note. There is sticky notes over there as well. Sticky note. Okay, then apart from that is Mendeley notebook. Mendeley notebook is where it helps you to collect all the highlighted text or the notes across the multiple PDF, yeah, and keep them all in one place only, where you can create multiple notebook pages. Okay, notebook, for example, you highlight, for example, one article, you highlight a lot of things. Okay, you highlight in terms of you highlight introduction, you highlight literature review and findings, yeah. But in the Mendeley notebook, um, you you come up with several topics or titles. One is for introduction, two is for teacher review, third is for findings. Okay, whenever you have already highlighted, for example, this one, and then you right click, then you import to the Mendeley notebook to the respective folder, for example, introduction, then it will pop up all the introduction tagging over there. Okay, and then next is the reading offline, yeah, where you in terms of understand, yeah, understand in terms of some of you are not always connected, yeah, to the what does it called, internet, yeah, Wi-Fi connection and so on, yeah. But of course, yeah, when you are offline, you can download individual files, yeah, or a collection or the entire library lah. But it's of course it's depending on it, depending as well, right? So annotations you that you make, yeah, while reading during offline will be synced to your library when you on the next time, yeah, you connect to the internet, yeah. So please take note that whenever in terms of downloading the some of the articles, or maybe in terms of your respective collections or the whole library itself, yeah, it's depending on the internet connection as well. Okay, and we have done for this part, and stop share. A quick one about highlighting documents, which is a very interesting. Where is my Mendeley? Mendeley. Okay. Here is the Mendeley. Let me remove this first. Nurumuna remove. Smart as remove. Okay. We're almost there. Okay, we're almost there. What did we cover just now in terms of the highlighting documents and using the notebook? Highlighting documents now. Let's assume that we want to highlight this article. Double click the article, loading for the PDF content. Yeah, please understand, students, that you only can download when you can only highlight and notate, yeah, to put sticky notes when you download the PDF file. But if your practice, or you feel more convenient in terms of entering the data online. I mean, in terms of not downloading all the files and drag all the files, and you keep and look keep inside the Mendeley, then you need to understand in terms of that differences. Yeah. Okay. Now there is a PDF over here where you have already double click. Okay, this is the title, and okay, it's depend, it's very subjective, yeah, it's on you. But for example, okay, for example, we would like to find the definition lah. For example, the definition of a psychological capital, this one, okay, this one, for example. So we can highlight over here, yellow lah, for example. Oops. There you go. Highlight. And there are several colors over here. Apart from that, is you can add a sticky note, yeah, add sticky note concepts, for example, or definition, also called definition. Okay, done. Okay, if you'd like to add anything else, then you can simply click this respective feature. Yep, then with and then apart from that is in terms of the notebook. Okay, what is this about? Okay, this notebook, okay, for example, we would like to, okay, this one is about concepts, right? About concepts, but over here there is no concepts. There are only components regarding gaps, concept of WFA, and significance. This is the concepts of for concepts for PsyCap, for example. Okay. Okay, so now I would like to include this in my notebook. So I will click to the respective folder, this one. Oops. In a moment, yeah, it's lagging. Yeah. You click and pop up over here. Then for example, maybe another paper, another paper but psychem, if there's any lah, but let me try. It's this psychem. Yeah, for example, we find the concepts of a psychem. Psychem, da 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 da. Okay lah. For example, this one, and then add to notebook. Done. Simple, right? It's very useful, yeah, for those who especially for those who are postgraduate students, yeah. For example, like gaps, of course, you do have like conceptual gap, empirical gap, methodological gap. It will be very useful whenever you read all the articles, for example, 20 articles. So from you do have like 20 gaps over there, then you can see all the patterns over here, which is very helpful for you. Okay, and we are done for this. Now this is the time for us to use the citations. Okay. Now I'm not going to share slides anymore, but I will. Yes, please.
Can you, I'm not sure how to delete the note that just on the, can you go back to just on the page?
The notebook, is it? Okay, moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Sharing. Okay, full screen sharing. Delete the page. Esther, are you referring to this?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure why last time I just couldn't find this function to delete.
Oh, is it? No worries.
All right.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now
Thanks.
this is the time for us to learn together the critical parts, which is citation. And I believe that majority of you are actually you look forward in terms of the citations itself, yeah, because I believe that all of you are able to understand in terms of the features, which is very user friendly, yeah. Okay, now I'm sharing a full screen, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is to do citations together. Okay, in your assignment, yeah, in your reports and everything, yeah, of course, academic resources are compulsory, yeah, important, yeah, penting and wajib. So now, but maybe some of you, actually, I do not understand upon it now. What is that about? Simple, okay, for example, okay, this is where your report writing, right? Point one, and then explanation, okay, and then literature support, and after that is examples, and you conclude it, okay. This is a basic, yeah, a basic paragraph, yeah, but however the sentences, the elaboration might be longer than this, right? Okay, so by example, first point, it's about mental health is rising among adolescents in Malaysia, the context. Okay, then who say this? Okay, fine, understand. Okay, fine, all of us understand. But okay, now based on DOSM, for example, okay, DOSM 2024, okay, the statistics showed that 54% of adolescents experience severe, don't severe depression lah, severe anxiety. Okay, and all right, and Okay, then depression is described as blah, 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 from, for example, Sarah 2023. So what we're going to learn, students, Mendeley, at the end of the day, Mendeley will help us in terms of doing these citations. This. Okay? Maybe pun this is only single citation, but I always have like 3 to 5 citations. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Sarah, um, Zain et al. For example, 26. Contoh, okay? Right now, I hope you're clear about this, which I believe students at this stage, at this point, you do practice in terms of citing all your works. Why do you need to cite, Verena? Okay, it's not my business. It's none of my business. Of course, it's none of our business, but it is their business because it is their work. We are the one who need to give credit to them. Okay, they are the one who do conduct the study. They are the one who come up with the theoretical framework. They are the one who develop, who have that foundation. They are the one who are the pioneers. So we need to give the credit by citing them, which is very critical. Okay, critical, and it is about our ethics as well. Yeah, ethics in academics, and that is why the citations are important. Okay, we cannot just simply, for example, we said that the statistics from DOSM should but without citing the DOSM properly, Department of Statistics Malaysia properly, okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, it doesn't work that way. Okay, now, what is the next step? Okay, now we understand already. Okay, this is the where you have to click references. Okay, you have to click references where on your right side, there is a Mendeley site, right? Okay, we click, take some time to load. Okay, and let's take a look on the features that we have on our right hand side. Okay, references. Oh, okay, all the references are there already. Yes. As you see just now, I have a total of almost 2,000 documents, right? So there are total, in a moment, where's my cursor? All right. There is a total of almost 2,000 documents, in my Mendeley. So by right, these are all the 2,000 documents, all of it, because the filter is set to all references. But however, want to set to recently added lah, go ahead, it's on you. Okay, I want to set to the recently read lah, go ahead. Favorite lah, go ahead. Okay, my publications lah, go ahead. Okay, it's depending on you. Or you go and set to your respective folder. For example, just now PhD. Okay, but PhD you don't have chapter 1, but now you're referring to, okay, fine, chapter 1 because you're doing your problem statement. Okay, for example, chapter 1 you do have these three. You do have these three documents. Now you're very clear with this. Okay, next is about the citation settings. So what is this about? Okay, the citation style, please check whether it is correct or not. Make sure you use the APA Style 7 edition, American Psychological Association. But however, if let's say, okay, especially this one is for postgraduate students, if sometimes you use IEEE, for your manuscripts, not for thesis, for manuscripts, because sometimes you are dealing with the outsiders. I mean, in terms of the other journals, they do practice other formats, so you can simply click this respective citation that you want, and it will be auto generated for you already, so you don't have to like manually edit it from time to time. No, it is so tiring. Okay, it is so tiring. So by right, if as a student, in a Malaysian context, we'll be using this. We use this, we utilize this. All right, very clear about this citation settings. Now next is about the sync. This these sync features. Okay, for example, this one tick, which means it's being synced already. Which in a split second. Okay, split seconds it syncs. I will show it to you later on in a moment. Let's understand about the features that we have over here. And then what is triple dot over here? Merge citations, okay, insert bibliography. Okay, sorry, because we cannot insert yet. Then more options, nothing important over here. Okay, now let's understand. Okay, for example, this is our course assignment. All right. Oops. Oops. Okay, for example, introduction to psychology course assignment. Okay, let's regard this as our assignment. Then this is our report writing lah. Okay, report writing. This is an introduction. Now, for every assignment, of course, you will do have this so-called, the moment, so-called references. Yeah, am I right? Of course, it's a yes. Okay, write it down. Okay, right. So now let's try to insert the references, the citations now. Go back to the references. Now let's assume, okay, let's assume that our respective folder that we want to use is PhD, okay, chapter 1, right, chapter 1. Okay. Right, for example, mental health is arising among adolescents in Malaysia context based on DOSM, okay. By right, it must be written like this, yeah. Means that there is no kurungan, there is no bracket for DOSM, based on DOSM 2024. Okay, for example, okay, based on, for example, this one lah, this one based on JIT Karon. Okay, JIT Karon, insert citation, pub, done. Based on Jit Karon lah who the one said yang kata that 54% adolescents experience severe anxiety. Okay, fine, understand. But leave it there first. Okay, next. Next is to insert other citations. Okay, depression is described as blah 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 blah. And then how are we going to include multiple citations? 1, 2, 3, for example. Okay, we include these two lah. Include these two. Insert citations. There you go. Done. Simple or not simple? Okay, now you might question me, Puan Irna. You can see that there is wrong over there. Based on Jit Karun, there is no bracket, right? Yes, is a yes, but you are required to, you do need to do it manually. Okay, slowly, satu-satu, right? It is very simple, very simple. Okay, now, hope you're very clear with this. If you're not clear, you can open your mic. Yeah? Okay, what's next? Apa yang tertinggal di sini? It's our references. Why it is not auto-generated? You see it's auto-generated, Verna. Is a yes, because you have to click over here and insert bibliography for the first time for each Microsoft Word file. Okay, for the first time only. Okay, insert bibliography now, where we expect that all these three articles will be reflected over here, yeah, in terms of the references. Insert bibliography. Continue. There you go. Done. Justify if let's say 1.5. Done. Okay, it's done. But how about if let's say, in a moment, how about if let's say, okay, if as of now, are you good students? Where is my cursor? As of now, are you good? I assume that you're good. Yeah, silence means you're good. And okay, check. Could you repeat the reference again? Okay, sure. Okay. Remove this. Okay, now I believe you're very clear about this, where we have already inserted the citations, the in-text citations. This is also called as in-text citation. Okay. Jit Karon kata there is a total 54% for adolescents with severe anxiety, which, oh, sorry, not depression. Okay. Where anxiety is described, yeah, as da 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 da, okay, by this by these two scholars, okay, not to say scholars only, but there are several scholars, because et al means the maksudnya Guk Lian Dolo with friends, yeah. Okay, now we have done in terms of in-text citation. Yeah, not to say that you need to complete everything, yeah, one whole assignment, one whole report, then you can what does it call, insert the bibliography over here. No, for the first time only, okay, for the first time, for the first two citations, okay, then you insert the bibliography, click on the right place, yeah, your cursor must be at the right place. You click in, then go to the triple dot on your right side under the Mendeley side, okay, click the triple dot and click insert bibliography, which Mendeley will ask you, hey, your bibliography will be inserted at your cursor location, correct or not? The cursor location you put over here just now. So yes, yes, continue please, and it pop up for you there. Done. Then you have to format it later on. Okay, you don't have to format it like every time you insert you format, every time you insert you format. You don't have to. Okay, the references, the key is to insert all the in-text citations first. Okay. Okay, over here now you have already inserted in-text citations, and then you include the bibliography, and then insert some more. Okay, da 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 da. For example, yeah, da 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 da. Um, not current. One, two, three. Oops. Okay, sample. Right? Now let's take a look on the bottom part. Okay. So what you need to do is to update the bibliography. Done. Where does it come from, Pandana? It comes from our Instagram lah. Okay, it comes from our Mendeley library, remember? Okay, because all the details are being captured over there already. But, however, students, okay, this is a gentle reminder. Please take full responsibility. Okay, do extra work sikit. Okay, put some effort sedikit. When every time you have already, okay, let's assume that you already finished, okay, you have already finished your report, okay, with a total of 20 articles over here, okay, you have already formatted it in, you are in the phase of formatting it, but before that, why don't you, okay, you go to Guk Lian Dolo. Okay, what I notice over here, okay, what I notice over here, okay, with this is supposed to be W or something like that. Okay, anything that you think that, where is the volume and issue for Guk Lian Dolo, for example, yeah. Because by right, based on APA 7 edition, you need to have a volume and issue. But however, if the respective articles do not have the volume and issue, you can leave it there. Okay, but you need to ensure, okay, you need to cross check. For example, over here we change, okay, Guk Lian Dolo kan, Guk Lian. Okay, for example, info, this is the metadata, this is general article, okay. Let's say the volume, okay, but oh, this is not in PDF file, but let's find it together, whether there is volume or issue or not. This is Guglan Dolo work. Guglan Dolo, do you have volume or issue? Okay. The best is to use Google Scholar. Okay, side. Okay, there is no volume or issue over there. Then that's good. Then you can proceed. Where is my Mendeley? Okay, then you can proceed. Then that's good already. Okay. But however, if let's say, okay, you cross check, oh, there is volume issue, pages are not captured, then you need to add. Okay, you need to add. Take full responsibility on that. Volume, issue, and then if you're else you want to add, go ahead. It is for your reference as well. Okay. For example, this is done. Oops, no. Dua, tiga. For example, we have changed it, right? Which by right, it must be reflected here. Sync it and update bibliography over there. Just now there is no volume in italic and issue, right? But it has already reflected over here, which is very clear that it can ease your job, students. Okay. All right. So any question, students? Oh, okay. I can see there are chats over there. What will happen if open the Word file on the other computer which is not installed Mendeley? Which is not installed Mendeley. Those citation verses still there? Okay. I understand that you are using another computer, right? But as I said, for Mendeley, you can also sign in the web browser. Okay, you can open your Google Chrome on your second computer. You open the Google Chrome and then over there, you sign in your Mendeley. Okay, let me show you. Let me show you. All right, this is my Mendeley. Right, I sign into my Mendeley where you go to Mendeley, Mendeley sign in, which by right because I already signed in, right? Then you go to my library. There you go. Same features with this. Okay, for example, we Otters. Amirta, Alto, Abbasna. Same, right? But this desktop is only it can be used for your respective computer only. But however, if your second computer do have the Mendeley desktop, then you can sign in as well. But maybe your second computer in terms of space issue or anything else, kind. There's no issue. You can use this browser. You can use this browser, use the web browser, sign in, make sure you sign in, go to the my library, and then you can simply use it. Okay, you can simply use it, but you need to ensure that your word file in your word file in your word file in your second computer, you have already add in the Mendeley site software in the Word, in the Microsoft Word. Any other questions, student?
Puan Erna billing here.
Yes.
I noticed the references, is it being auto-sort automatically as you add on?
Add
Supposed to be
on
A to
over
Z,
here.
right? Yeah.
Yes, correct. It will be sorted automatically from A to Z.
Okay, that will be helpful. Yeah.
Yes. What we have even okay. All clear. Lin, that's Wei, Ching, good question. Tang, yes. Koons, Hans, and Esther. Okay. If there's no other questions, maybe it's time for me to pass back to Miss Jubilee.
Sorry, Puan
Ah,
Ena,
yes.
can I ask you a question?
Mm.
Since this is free, is there any limited on the capacity, like how many documents you can download, like
It
Drive?
understood. It is not about documents. It is about the what does it called? The files.
Yeah.
Sorry, the space. The what does it called? The storage. The storage. Yeah. But as of now, if mine is also up to 2,000, I might need to check. I forgot already in terms of the total of the total of
Like Google Drive, free one is
correct. It's
actually
like a
up to
Google.
15. But
Yes,
is
yes.
there any limit on this one?
There is, but let me check in a moment. Quick one. There is a limit, but for mine, however, it still can keep the others. It's edited. Alright, so far I'm able to recall and find it, but maybe I can contact you further on that. But to reassure you, yeah, based on my records that I have, like up to 2,000, so there is no issue. There's no issue on that. Even though the majority of the documents I did download in PDF file and drag it to the Mendeley software.
All right,
Who
thank
asked
you.
me just now? Keiko, is it? Keiko? Maybe I can get back to you, Keiko, okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Sure.
For Erna, there's another question.
Oh, okay. I can just write the issue or DOI of the issue or DOI of the articles in references. Then I can look through the PDF. I can just write the issue. Oh, are you referring to add the reference manually, Kon Hans? If a yes, then can you give me feedback on that?
Uh, I have the issue like just now you show me how to delete the note.
Pardon, louder please, not clear.
Uh, can you hear me?
Esther?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, just now you show me on the notebook, there's a
Okay.
three dot, right?
Mm-hmm.
To delete the notes,
Oh, but you're
but
unable to
mine
delete it,
don't
is
have
it?
that function. Yeah,
Oh, you do
I'm
not
not
have that
sure.
function.
Anyone else? Yeah, have
Let
the same
us
issue as
open
me?
one. How about you cross-check with yours now? I
Oh,
open mine.
yeah,
Okay, notebook. Okay, there is triple dot over here.
yeah. And mine don't have this three dot.
You
That's
do
why I
not have these
couldn't
three dots.
delete. Yeah,
How about you clear your cache first and see, then you restart it again.
restart again.
Restart it again. I mean, you don't have to restart your laptop. I mean, you restart in terms of are you using the Mendeley desktop
Uh, this the
or
web
web browser? Oh, okay. If
web
web browser,
browser.
let's
Yeah,
take a look on mine.
yeah.
Let's take
And
a
I
look.
just actually just now I download the desktop one. It doesn't have this
Oh, okay.
annotation
See, mine in using web browser, there is a triple dot there. But
function.
try to you clear your cache first, and then to restart. I mean to start it back. For web browser. But if you are using the desktop, then you have to close it. You sign up, close, and sign in again.
Okay, maybe I will
Yeah.
try.
Okay, just now on the add references button. Okay, add references button. Add reference button. Add reference manually. And I understand that that is the one you're referring to. Where is my Zoom? Okay, I can just write the issue or DOI of the articles in add references. Then I can look through the PDF. It's a no. It's a no. Because in PDF you have to download it. Okay, for example, identifiers ni yang tadi kan. Copy. Let's see whether there is a PDF or not. By right, there is no PDF. Add entry. Anderson. There is no PDF. It is not auto downloaded for you for this case. I advise that okay, since there are several options here in keeping or saving the relevant documents in our Mendeley, right? The best way is to practice the way that or that you are comfortable. Okay, you can see mine. Okay, for example, I'm currently working on this where you can see a lot of no beautiful. Okay, a lot of files, that are not accessible in PDF file. Okay, all the documents are not accessible in PDF file. Why I say so? Because I really need I want to generate it It is very convenient for me. Okay, why I say so? Because okay, I'm working with this paper. Okay, working this paper, and I find it's very easy, which is very easier for me to use this way, yeah, of not downloading the papers because of first is for example, I synthesize it manually using the Excel sheet because this is a bibliometric paper. It is not about like literature reviews and so on. Yeah, this is about like patterns and trends using the Scopus database using as a viewer. Okay, so that is why I do not download, yeah, the papers. The abstract is more than enough for me. Yeah, but however, you can take a look, okay, in terms of this. Okay, this is for the postgraduate study where all the PDF I download it and save and keep it here. Okay, just in case, yeah, which they it helps me in terms of annotating, yeah, highlighting and so on. Okay, I hope it clarifies, yeah, your concern. Okay, how about others? What is the
Uh,
purpose of add references? Did I answer your question, Kun Hans? Yes, okay, great.
Perhaps I can add on for
Mm.
students who really unable to find articles, even if you just have the DOI, you can always write to the library. Library provide the service to source an article for you. And then we can send it to you, then you can add to this Mendeley manager. Yeah. You just provide us your reading material, be it usually it's journal articles, because ebook is not possible. We can't send it to you. But if you are requesting for articles that you cannot get from Google Scholar because of copyright, right? Then you can just write to the library. Yeah.
All right. I would like to get back to Ko, if I'm not mistaken, who asked about the storage or the limits. Yep. Um, all right. The storage is up to 2 gigabyte. 2 gigabyte. If it exceeds, then it is not considered as a free account anymore. Yeah, but based on my experience, yeah, which is up to almost 2,000 documents. Yeah, almost up to 2,000 documents. I'm still using the free account and up till now. Okay, I hope it clarifies you, Ko.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Okay, if there's no other question, billing, I think this about the library.
Okay. Copyright meanings there are articles that you have to pay. So usually is going through the library subscription. That's why we also subscribe databases like EBSCO, Emerald, all that. If you are familiar with a library portal there, so you can also do your search from there, right? Because these are much more, they are trusted articles reviewed by experts, so you can also search from there, right? So if you see documents with a link of doi.org, that means these are copyright, right? The publisher don't provide it freely on the internet. So it has to go through a subscription, usually is a through institutions library. Yeah, yeah. All right. Any more question for upon Erna to clarify?
Yeah, it seems there's no other question. And
Okay.
of course, I would like to take this opportunity, yeah, to say thank you, especially for like from library, yeah, Miss Chu, Puan Hasni, Snida, and also all the learners over here. Yeah, if you do feel need further assistance, and of course, library is there, and of course billing, I'm okay with giving my contact details, office number, and also my email, yeah, for the students to contact me further regarding like any related matters regarding the Mendeley software, reference management software. Okay, I'll be very happy, yeah, to guide you on this for especially for the citations parts, yeah, because it's very helpful for you as students and for you for future learners as well. So thank you very much, students who are having me today. I hope that you can at least grab at least a 10% or 20%. It will be very good for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Barana. Kun, maybe I just answer your last question. I can still freely search for in the library for article. Yes, you can do that. Because there are millions of record in our database subscription. Yeah, you can search it through what we call EBSCO Discovery Search Engine. All right. There are articles that you can only see it abstract or just the introduction, but not the full text. So if you cannot get that, you just write to us. We will source it from another libraries, the local libraries. Yeah. Okay. So I think there's a lot in our database, so you can start your searching there. Yeah? Okay. Okay, if no further question, I would like to Puan Erna for the good insights of the Mendeley and also the new features highlighted, especially the importer. Right? I think we'll explore that. All right.
That's great, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, students. It's already almost 10 o'clock. All right. I will see you at the next workshop. Yeah, when we organize one. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Natasha.
You're most welcome. Have a good rest.
You too.